Your tribe now dominates this continent, ready to advance from a simple village life to a civilized city, living ahead of the rest. Oh baby! Yo, what's up guys, this is TerasHD and welcome back to another episode of Spore Modded. Is my mic muted? It is not. Just be sure. Alright, so welcome back to another episode of Spore Modded. In the last episode, we finished the tribal stage and we are finally into the civilization one. So right now we are gonna go and get into making our city hall. If you haven't watched any of my other Spore series or never played the game before, pretty much before you go into the civilization stage, you have to build yourself a city hall. So that is what we're going to be doing. I kind of want to go for sort of a futuristic look because, I mean, we are playing as a freaking robot. So I believe it would be the smartest choice to go for something futuristic. I'm not sure though. Yes, I am sure. Definitely sure. We're gonna go for something futuristic. I don't really create futuristic buildings too often, so I'm not too sure of what to build. But I'm just gonna have some fun. Try to make something that looked like something inappropriate for a second there. But yeah, I'm just gonna try to build something that I'm happy with, and we'll see if it's something that we can actually use. So right now, I'm pretty much just putting together some shapes, hoping that maybe we'll get something cool out of it. So right now, maybe something circular, maybe a little tower in the middle, and perhaps we'll have some other buildings around it, all together into one building. That might look pretty cool. All right, so that's looking pretty okay. I mean, I'm not a big fan of it, but it's looking pretty good. All right, so like I said, I want to place some other towers around it. So we got that first tower here. Maybe we'll place another tower here next to it. Just got an idea. What if we... Hold up. Grab the wall. That looks pretty good. I gotta be honest, I kind of like that. Makes a tower look a lot more futuristic, and I kind of like that. What do you guys think? I kind of like that, but hold on. Let's try to make it. Let's try to get a different approach on that. That looks pretty good. It's a little bit too big, though. I'm not liking the size of it. Let's maybe decrease it just a little bit, like so. Then we can put it inwards. I'm not really too certain about that. Can we make it a little bit not as thick? Oh, then it loses its circularity. But I'm pretty satisfied with this. Would want the tower to be a little bit slimmer though. It's a little bit too thick right now. It's taking too much attention from the main tower. All right, let's add a few more towers. Maybe 3 other towers over here. Maybe, hold up. If we put this one here and put another one over here, maybe like so. Yeah, kind of like that. I kind of like that. There we go. And maybe make a few bigger and a few smaller. So that one can be bigger. That one can be a little bit smaller down here. That looks good. I gotta be honest, I'm liking it. I do want to use that part that we found. This part over here. We could perhaps place it on this building, which looks pretty good. I gotta be honest, I kind of like having it on top there. Something like that. There we go. It's a little bit too tall though, but that could work. That could definitely work. Perhaps even another one of these roofs would do the trick of basically smoothing the whole thing out. If I could just place that in the middle right over there. Can I select it as well? Oh, I can't select it. It's right in the middle where I cannot get to it. Damn it. Alright, it's okay. Let's just grab another one of them. Make it a little bit bigger so we'll be able to select it. Pull it up a little bit. And we can make it smaller again. We don't need it to be that big. There we go. And let's play around with these right here. Try to get the perfect size. Oh man, now I can't select it. Oh, there we go. I can select it. Awesome. Ooh, okay. So I placed one of these max ramparts right underneath the roof of the middle tower. And that makes the whole thing look a lot more futuristic. Just adds those straight lines that we need, because the rest of the building is very circular. So it's kind of nice to have a little bit of some straight lines like we have here on the boxes on the side. So basically I just did one of these, made it very small, and just place it underneath and try to make the whole thing fit together. Let's see. I want the lines on top to go around that circle, and I also want that line here on the bottom to fit there, which actually doesn't over here. There we go. All right, now it all fits. Sweet. So let's do that on the other towers as well. Alright, so I placed some parts on the bottom of all the extra towers, pretty much the same part as we used on the bottom of the main tower, except I went a little bit of a different route. On the middle tower you cannot see the top of that part, while on the other towers you can. So that just adds a little bit more diversity to the towers, and I think it looks brilliant. I'm loving it, definitely loving it. Now for windows, I was wondering, perhaps we could actually use the windows that we have at our exposal over here. They actually look very nice, but let's see, maybe, are there any more windows that we could use? No, it's just the building windows and the vehicle windows. Let's see, let's go for the details in the spaceship tab or the vehicle tab, because I was thinking the look tangle would fit perfectly right over there, but I can't seem to be able to get it there. Weird. Alright, so if I take that, oh, it kind of fits. But I actually had another idea. What if we would just use the tube cabin, put it in the middle here. Let's see, let's make it a bigger so we can actually do that, do what we want to do. Let's see, is it in the middle? It seems like it is in the middle. So let's get it way up there, and we can make it smaller again, and just try to make it fit exactly in there. There we go. So it fits pretty much exactly, very snug fit, kind of like that. Let's make it just a little bit bigger. There we go. Alright, and then we could go in the painting mode and just make that blue, and then we have windows. So that's a very simple way to get the windows in without actually having to place any type of windows. That's awesome. That's great. Alright, so let's do that for the rest of the... Actually, we can't do that for the rest of the towers, I think. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. What am I saying? Of course we can. We can do anything we want. Oh, okay. We are in trouble. We are definitely in trouble, because I was thinking we would actually just use this part and do the same thing as we've done on all the other towers. We could just... Without having to ruin anything, we could just add an extra part in there and do the same thing like so. Alright, so another idea. We add a cube here in the middle, just like so. Make it very, very tall, lift it up, and then make it smaller. And just try to fit it in there, in the middle right there. Just like so, awesome. And then we add another one, and let's try to get it to rotate. That's not the type of direction that I wanted to rotate in. Hold up, can we zoom out? I want to zoom out. There we go. Alright, let's lift it up even more so we can get that zoom wheel right there. Just like that, and then put it back down. Like so. And then we could even make that middle part blue so we have more windows. Maybe. I don't know. I really don't know. So what if we take those parts away? And those parts that we had, I feel like they were a little bit too much. So, and we take these parts, make them bigger, like so, maybe even thicker, and try to match them with that cube above it, like so. And there we go. Alright, and then make this blue as well, so we have that window running down the whole building. That kind of looks good. I gotta be honest, I like that. Alright, sweet. So maybe if we add another one of these circles, like so. Oop. Is it in the middle? I believe it's in the middle. Alright, sweet. And then just make it smaller, like so. Hold up. Let's just get it to have no color. What? Oop. I accidentally painted every single cylinder in the whole building. Alright, so let's make it have no color. And then copy it, put it a little bit up. And there we go. So now we are splitting the window into a few pieces. And that's what I want. I didn't want to have like that one big window. I rather want to have, I don't know, like a few parts perhaps. Like so. And then one more divider. Oh, this is hard. Painting is hard. Jeez. Alright, let's grab a different, maybe a brighter color over here. Now it looks like a circus tent. See, I don't like that. I don't like clowns and stuff. So I don't want my building to remind me of clowns. Okay? Not a big fan of that. Hold up. Alright, you know what? I need to get a real good paint job going. So I'm just going to take a quick little break, try to paint the whole thing, and I'll be right back. Alright, so it changed from red to more of a bluish color, and I kind of like that. We could maybe go for a reddish color instead, but I gotta be honest, I'm not really feeling that too much. I could give you guys a quick look on how that looks though. There we go. Let's just get all of these parts painted right there, and see these and these right here. Alright, so that's how it looks like red, and it's fine. It looks fine like that, but I'm not a big fan of it. I kind of like the blue more. But then again, we could always go back in and change it. But I do want to get it right the first time. Maybe if we make it a little bit more vibrant. Something like that. I kind of like that. Okay, you know what? We're going to go for red because it fits the creature, so it only makes sense to go for the red instead of the blue. Alright, so that is the City Hall. Well, we've been, I think I've been making this for about 40 minutes or something. Alright, so what should we name this? We could call it Mod Hall. Yeah, let's call it Mod Hall because this is Spore Modded and it is the City Hall. And I'm not creative with names. Not whatsoever. Kind of throws me off that this is white while these are all black. Let's see. There's this little black circle over here, and I want that on the other ones as well. Like so. And let's get that. Okay, it's already over there. Looks kind of weird how that is white and that's black. But I think we're going to have to deal with it unless we go in and make like a custom antenna. Which we could do. We could. But I don't feel like it. I really don't. So I guess we're just gonna keep that as white while this is black. It looks fine. You know what? It looks fine. Okay? It looks maybe. Hold up. What if we make this red? No. Wait, maybe. Hold up. Okay, I'm sorry, but I just got an idea. If we would make no, not that. God damn. Alright, if we would make this part right here black, and then perhaps we can make this red. You know, that doesn't look that bad. We could even make that small like so, so only the antenna is sticking out. In that case, I would rather want to have this as black. Why can't I? Okay, hold up. I'm gonna copy the black. There we go. Make that black, and then even make that part right here. Hold up. Make that white again. Alright, I kind of like that. It's a little bit simpler and basically has a lot better flow to it. Alright, so there we have it. There is our City Hall, or the Mod Hall, if you may. Alright, sweet. I'm quite proud of that one. Alright, save and exit. I am determined. There we go. That is our City Hall. There we go. There we go. Oh, there's a City Hall. It looks quite low quality right there, but it looks a lot better when we get into the game. You're about to enter civilization. Are you guys ready? I know that I'm ready. Let's go. Oh man, I forgot that we have to make a vehicle. Oh. All right, fine. All right. So I guess this episode is only going to be creating the City Hall and the vehicle because both take quite a bit of time. So let me try to think about some ideas for the vehicle and I'll be right back. What if we make a wheel? Yes, you heard me correctly. Just a wheel. Just a large wheel with weapons and some cool stuff. I think that might be cool. So maybe even 2 wheels. So if we do something like that, make like 2 wheels like so. Kind of looks like one of those old bikes. Would have been smart to have the back or have the small wheel in front. But you know what? We've already started, and let's try to go with the big wheel in front. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, it's fine. God damn. All right. So let's see. Where are the details? They're right over here. This one should actually connect to this one over here, like that. And perhaps we can do this now. Can we? Do I have the right thing selected? Yes, I do. All right. Perhaps we can do this now. Yes, we can. Awesome. All right, and try to get that to the middle of this wheel right here, like that. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. I would believe that we would need another part like that for that wheel as well. Try to get that in the middle like so. Yes, I am very picky. I am very picky with my weird creation. I know that this creation looks extremely weird, but I'm just having fun. Come on, let me, please just let me have fun. Alright, that's looking pretty good, I'm actually kind of liking this. Surprisingly, I'm actually liking this. Alright, so what if we do it like that? Put that at the same place. Just make it a lot thinner. And then make it thicker. Or make it a lot shorter and then making it thicker. like so. Alright, so I'm guessing the middle ones are the actual wheels. So, for example, if we would go over here, we would just make them black. Now, would this work? It would. It would work. Alright, sweet. So that's how they would look. Let's actually make this black as well to fit the whole wheel. There we go. Let's do that on the back side as well. So that's looking pretty freaking good. I'm actually liking that. It kind of looks like a bike from Tron or something. I don't know. But to be honest, yes, I would have liked the smaller part to be in the front. But like I said, we've already started. So there's no going back. There's no going back. We don't even actually need real wheels. We could just play some of these stuff. Like, ooh. Maybe. That could actually be used. So let's see. If we do make like a little engine right here on the side, we could do something like that. And just place a few here in a row. Like that. It's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Kind of liking that. Just a little... Oh, definitely not that. That's way too much power. Alright, so now we got 58% in speed. And we got nothing in military power. So let's try to get some military power. Now, where's the weapons? The weapons are right here. Alright, sweet. So let's get some... let's see. The battle shot, that one, it's definitely a nice fit to this build. So if we place that here on the side, like so, I would like that wing to go away. And for that to go away, we could just turn that around, like so. There we go, looking pretty good, looking pretty good. Could make it thicker, but do I want to make it thicker? Oh, what was that? Did you guys hear that? Was that my computer? Did I click something accidentally? I think I did. Alright, we could actually take that part away that was there. And, oh, actually we couldn't. We can make it maybe smaller though. Because you can see it here through the little gap here. But I don't think it's going to matter too much. I don't think so. I even think that we can paint it like that. There we go. Alright, it's looking pretty good. Right now we got 16 military power. I wonder, this is 24 vehicle speed. Does that change when I... Yes, it does. Alright. So, we got that weapon. I guess I want a little bit more weapons. So let's see, what could we place? We could place one little gun on top of the of this vehicle. You could even place it like so. Kind of like a cannon. Maybe. Does that? I'm not certain. I'm not certain whatsoever. But I am certain that I want to place something here in the middle because that looks a little bit bland. So let's maybe add this part right here just to fill in that little space. Maybe even make that a little bit thinner though. Like so. There we go. Alright, so now this is just a little bit more stuff filled in. So that, I gotta be honest, I actually like this. I know that a lot of you guys will not like it and probably hate me for making it in the first place. But I gotta be honest, I have no problem with it. Alright, sweet. So maybe we should make some more of these little pipes going to the other wheel. So it kind of looks like an engine or something. I don't know what it should look like. Exhaust pipes, I think it's called. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Use your imagination. You decide what it is with your imagination. Alright, so maybe we can add another gun to that back wheel. Perhaps. Like that? Nah. Or maybe we'll just leave it be. I guess, I mean, when one weapon is enough for a Spore vehicle because the only thing that matters is the percentage. And right now the percentage is looking pretty good. We got some very quick vehicles and I mean they got 17 in military power, which is fine. It is enough. But we could actually, if we remove this, then we get 18. If we remove another one, we get 20. If we remove yet another one, we get 22. And we still have 28 in speed. So, I don't know, guys. Maybe this is all we need. It seems like it is. I gotta be honest. It does seem like it is enough. Let's see. I do want to kind of replace that front bit because I didn't really like that little window that we had. So let's see what else we got. We got this. You know, we could use that. But I really don't like this part because this seems like the part that everyone uses when they first start to play Spore. Then this is always the part that they choose. So that is why I don't want to choose that. I want to choose some other parts that's a little bit harder to make look good. So maybe this one. Maybe this is the part to go with. Can we make it a look... Ooh! Oh, we can do it like that. Oh, that actually doesn't look bad. That actually doesn't look bad. That's new for this creation. Alright, that's looking pretty good. So if we make that, just make a quick little blue color. Oh, that didn't work. There we go. Yes, I definitely like that. Alright, sweet. So let's paint it as our city hall. Oh man, look at how good that looks. Let me just zoom in on that. Love it. Love it. Alright, so let's accept it like that. Ooh, the colors are all messed up. Let's make this black. Let's make that black like so. Actually, make the whole wheel black like so. The redness, we could put that on the window. We could even make more parts black. For example, these little parts here next to the wheels. You know what? There we go. I think that is the way to go for it. That looks awesome. We could even take this part, make it smaller, and then put it in here. Like so. So there's like a double exhaust pipe right there. You know what? I love that. That's awesome. I think I'm actually going to keep it like it is. We might even actually make more guns though. 2 guns. Maybe the lower one could be a little bit bigger. Like so. There we go. Alright, now we are finished. Now we are definitely finished. I am loving that. Alright, sweet. Very, very sleek and very simplistic. Awesome. Alright, so what should we call this? Let's call it the Mod Pod. The Mod Pod. Awesome. I love that name. Alright, sweet. So, I guess I'm actually going to wrap up the episode as soon as we get into the game. Because now I've been creating for about... I would guess around an hour and 20 minutes. But hey, I enjoy building, so whatever. Next episode we'll definitely have most of the episode as gameplay. But I did warn you guys last episode that today would be more of a building episode. So you have yourself to blame that you clicked this video. Alright. Oh baby. There we go. We got our town. The city hall is looking good. The vehicle is looking sleek. We got the whole city on fleek. Oh, look at me rhyming. The age of technology and transportation has arrived. Your city is the first to appear on the planet, but your species no longer speaks with a single voice. Soon other cities will arise, built by factions of your own species. You must unify to advance. By the way, guys, I do plan on making some friends during the civilization stage because I don't really do that often. Let me just pause the game real quick. Alright, so hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Spore Modded. Again, there will be more gameplay next episode. But we had to do some building today. We had no way to avoid it. So, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Remember to leave a like and subscribe if you did. And I will see you guys next time. Have a good one, guys.